Shalom, shalom, Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praises unto YAHAWAH, YAHAWASHI, YAHAWADAH, shalom to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and shalom to my YAHAWAH who are diligently waiting to be delivered from this final captivity. This is Brother Kawakab coming at you with another lesson. Today's lesson is going to be on this thing that happened to me. And the thing is, it is usually because I try my best, or the way I grew up, I just always tended to be pretty overly cautious. So I never try to push my luck or stuff like that unless I absolutely have to, which is the thing. I am, even though I've grown accustomed to being afraid of putting myself in danger, the thing is I can do it if need be, if Yahawadah tells me to do so, and by extension is backing me in it, and I know that the Lord is backing me in whatever endeavor I strive for. So as a result of that, what I do, I try to stay out of danger, but at the same time I do it. Now the thing is, I always try my best to bring stuff that I feel happened to me and make it into lessons, be they stuff that happened way back before I was in this truth, while I was in this truth, something that's as small as some little magical anomaly or whatever that happens while I'm playing a video game and something like that. These are the type of stuff that happens, and I take them very seriously when I share them and make lessons on them, because through the spirit and power of Yahawadah, these are lessons. These are very important lessons that it goes to show to an even bigger and grander scale of how the Lord partakes in and works with / for us / as we work or strive to work for Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahawashi. Alright, so first things first, Amos chapter 3 verse 7, surely the Lord Yahweh will do nothing, but he revealeth his secret unto his servants the prophets. Alright, now let me also get this. It was bear with me. John 15. John chapter 15 verse 15. Hence I call you not servants, for the servant knoweth not what his Lord doeth, but I have called you friends, for all things that I've heard of my Father I have made known unto you. Also, let me get this. I just had it and I forgot it. What was it? It was, I forgot it. Slakia. Anyway, Yahweh does not remember it. But anyway, the thing is, being servants to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahawashi, we have this understanding of we have to follow Yahawadah to the best of our abilities. All right, we have to try our best to be diligent servants to Yahweh. Now, as a result of that, we as we try our best, we strive to doing what we can. There are instances where maybe we want something, and maybe the Lord is not back. Maybe you want something, maybe you need something, maybe you need some help and whatnot. Let me get this. And we also get this. It's 1 Corinthians 10. 1 Corinthians chapter 10 verse 13, there is no temptation taking you, but such as is common to man, but Yahweh is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that ye are able, but will with the temptation also make a way to escape, that ye may be able to bear it. And this is, stuff where you have these instances where these divine intervention happens, all right, where nobody could have predicted it. Nobody partook in allowing something to happen. Like, say for example, if you, let's say, you accidentally set your house on fire, and then magically on a clear sky day, the Lord sends down rain to put out the fire, heavy rain to put out the fire. That's an example of that's an extreme example of divine intervention. And as a matter of fact, let me also get this. Judges 10:14, which is an even going to an even more unexplainable, quote unquote. Like these, oh, this is an example of something that people like atheists or whatever would say, oh, it's just a coincidence. It's just this, that, then the third and whatnot. All right, and I'm gonna get into that as well. Another aspect, like Judges chapter 10 verse 14. No, not this one. It's Samuel, 1 Samuel 16 verse 13, I think. No, 16:16. No, what was it? 1 Samuel.
I'm just a big fan of God logic. I want to come up to say congratulations on the nuptials, brother. Hey, what's up, man? I ain't got nothing to add to this conversation. These guys are giants. But yeah, I'm a Trinitarian, man. God bless you, bro. Yeah, I know this guy.
Slakia, bear with me. I'm trying to get it. Joshua 10. Okay, yeah. I don't know why Joshua wasn't coming in my mind. Coming to my mind. Joshua chapter 10 verse 11. And it came to pass, as they fled from before Israel and were in the going down to Beth Horon, that the Lord cast down great stones from heaven upon them unto Azekah, and they died, and they were more which died with hailstones, and they whom the children of Israel slew with the sword. And again, this goes into there's more people that go into this type of stuff, all right, compared to or there's more that goes into this type of stuff, like these divine intervention instances that happen, compared to, oh, just some random event happened, like, oh, it just randomly decided to rain, oh, that's a coincidence, stuff like that happens, oh, it's explainable by science, when like it's always people that want to discredit the influence and work that YAHAWAH, like they will and it's like, that's another thing, because it's not, I'm not even trying to make this about that, but it's just instances like this where it's like people have a whole bunch of negative things to say about YAHAWAH, but they don't look at the good that YAHAWAH does, all right, which that's something that I personally have a problem with, which we as children of YAHAWAH should be taking offense to that. All right, let me get that. Psalms chapter 139 verse 21. Do not I hate them, O Lord, that hate thee, and am I not grieved with those that rise up against thee? All right, so like, of course if someone hates someone that you hold to a high regard, you're gonna take offense to that. You should be angry. All right, if someone said, oh, your kid, all right, is so stupid, your kid's so lame and whatnot, you're obviously gonna take offense to that, because that's your kid. The same way a child will take offense to someone insulting their parents. And Jake dies for that type of stuff. When people say, oh, your mom is so this, your father is so that, or whatever, they fight from stuff like that. People have literally gotten into fights, or at least back in my day, they would. I don't think they talk like that. I think they whatever. The thing is that people fight to defend the people that they care about, and we should be no different, where we should be willing to bear with me.
No creature is worshipped like God. Can you agree that no
No one wants to hear someone that they care about and they love be disrespected. All right.
The lamb is not a creature. The lamb is it? No, he's not a creature. The lion of Judah.
First, the fact that he's being called a lamb.
Let me address your question, Captain, real quick. What? God is called a man. Oh.
Slakia. So yeah, nobody wants someone that they love to be disrespected. So as a result of that, there is a thing. So with that being said, I want to go back into this whole matter of divine intervention, where there's certain things like I remember I did a lesson on this a long ass time ago, where I was playing a game and I was winning. So first I was losing. I was about to lose. It was Dragon Ball Fighters. It's a 3v3 game. I used 3 characters. My opponent used 3 characters. I lost 2 of my characters. I only had 1 character left. I had to play from a 2 character deficit. I had to beat 3 characters if I wanted to win. I killed 2 of their characters. I was on their last character. And then they started to win again. They were doing their last finishing combo, about to kill me, and then again, it's like this divine intervention where they unintentionally, and I knew that was unintentional because it looked unintentional, especially given how they were playing. All right, because they stopped for a moment because they thought that they had won. So as that moment happened where they made a mistake, the stuff happened where they dropped the combo, they didn't kill me. The Lord made it so that, okay, here's your second chance, here's your opportunity. You can win. And then lo and behold, I won. And then more so with that, all right, there's more different instances where just some sort of thing happens, where something happens and then it's like something just got messed up randomly at this random time, and then now I'm at an advantage, or I'm just taking something, or I'm able to have something because someone messed up or something happened where like there's all these different stuff that happen, and it's just like call them that all these different like, and lots of people would say, oh, you're just lucky, you're just that and the third, where you're once again you're giving credit from something else. Let me get that. I'm stopping talking so I can get this specifically.
The same exact worship. Now you said earlier that no human receives the same worship as God. In this particular example,
Matthew chapter 22. This is I love this instance. I'm not gonna lie. Matthew chapter 22, verse, I want to say 17. Yeah, verse 17. Tell us therefore, what thinkest thou? Is it lawful to give tribute unto Caesar or not? But Yahawashi perceived their wickedness and said, why tempt ye me, ye hypocrites? Show me the tribute money. And they brought unto him a penny. And he said unto them, whose is this image and superscription? And they say unto him, Caesar's. Then said he unto them, render therefore unto Caesar the things that are Caesar's, and unto Yahawah the things that are Yahawah's. So basically, when something good happens, that's Yahawadah, give him his credit. All right, and that's another thing. Let me get that. All right, it's
You interrupted me though when I was responding to you. Even in the verbiage that you gave, as you say, preach sermon, even in the verbiage that you did, every time you spoke, you said God and then you said Jesus. You cut yourself even in your response, because clearly you're acknowledging God is on the throne, and then you're saying Christ.
John chapter 4, verse 15, for that we ought to say, if the Lord will, we shall live and do this or that. So this is if Yahawadah allows things to happen. All right. If the Lord allows stuff to happen, that we can happen. So even if, let's say I want to go outside and play in the park tomorrow, but the newscasters say tomorrow it's going to be heavy rain and with hail or whatever. Okay, so you can't do it. You can't get all that stuff. All right.
Well, I'm just saying you got it's called it's technically an ad hoc. I'll give you that.
Reason that I said Jesus and I said God, I made a distinction. So just for the sake of conversation, there's a distinction.
So as I was saying, like let's say if there is a what's it called? Someone that says, "Oh, I want to go to the park tomorrow." All right, and the newscasters say, or the weather report experts say, there's gonna be hail or whatever, and they say that, then, oh well, you can't go to the park tomorrow because it's going to be hailing. You're gonna get hurt by the hail if you go outside. And then they say, okay, well, fine, whatever. But then when tomorrow comes, and then lo and behold, by some miracle, because YAHAWASHI made it happen, then that's why, okay, you are able to do X, Y, and Z, because the Lord makes these miracles happen. It's not because, oh, some weather expert said you can't go to the park, that you're not going to go to the park. You're going to go to the park if the Lord shows favor, all right? And Slocky, that's another thing. Let me get that, Slocky, because all these precepts are just jumping. You get that?
I got it right now. Start off with verse 1, Isaiah 6 and 1. Wow. In the year that King Uzziah died, I saw the Lord sitting upon his throne, sitting upon a throne, high and lifted up, and the train of his robe filled the temple. Above him stood the seraphim, each had 6 wings. With 2 he covered his face, and with 2 he covered his feet, and with 2 he flew. And one called to another and said, Holy, holy, holy is the Lord of hosts. The whole earth is full of his glory. So who does John tell us that Isaiah saw? If we go to John 20:41.
Can we go to John?
Slocky, bear with me. I'm trying to get this. It's in Matthew.
I'm there.
Okay, so Isaiah said these things because he saw his glory.
So first things first, okay? For I've given you an example that you should do as I have done to you. All right. So let me also get.
I agree, it is the Most High, but who? Game over. Game over. For us, JP.
I can see when people be in their feelings. So when you read that these things say,
Bear with me, Slocky.
I'm giving you your same medicine.
First Peter.
I'm not bothered. You know, just because I gave a response back, I'm not yelling. I ain't being rude.
First Corinthians chapter 10 verse 11. Now all these things happen unto them for examples, and they are written. Wait, hold on. What the heck?
These things say it besides, right? That's in John 12. When you go back to Isaiah 6, when it says, and then I still want to be able to ask my question. And you go back to Isaiah 6.
First Peter chapter 2 verse 21. For even hereunto were ye called, because the Mashiach also suffered for us, leaving us an example that ye should follow his steps. So we should be following the steps of YAHAWASHI. All right. So the same way that he did everything, we should be doing the exact same things as him. All right. So you see this, okay? The same way that he, had faith, he was wise. All right. Let me also get this. Luke chapter 17 verse 6. No, Luke's chapter.
I can't help it if y'all slow.
Who did Isaiah see?
Also,
Yeah, Luke chapter 17, because there was another one. I guess it's not it, but that's fine. I'll just use this anyway. Luke chapter 17 verse 6. And the Lord said, if ye had faith as a grain of mustard seed, ye might say unto this sycamine tree, be thou plucked up by the root, and be thou planted in the sea, and it should obey you. So miracles can happen. Miracles would happen just based off of you having faith. The same way that they obeyed YAHAWASHI, which this is the coolest and one of the coldest things that YAHAWASHI did, speaking as a man, in my opinion. Matthew chapter 8 verse 27. Matthew chapter 8 verse 24. And behold, there arose a great tempest in the sea, insomuch that the ship was covered with the waves, but he was asleep. And his disciples came to him and awoke him, saying, Lord, save us, we perish. And he said unto them, why are ye fearful, O ye of little faith? Then he arose and rebuked the winds and the sea, and there was a great calm. But the men marveled, saying, "What manner of man is this, that even the winds and the sea obey him?" All right, so Yahawashi, he's showing us an example that the same way that if we are able to have as much faith as him, all right, we can literally, or not even as much, but just a fraction, or not even a fraction, but even just a bit of faith, that we're going to be able to do the exact same amazing feats that he did through faith. All right, this is the faith that we have to have. But the thing is, honestly, I'll admit, given the time that we're in right now, it's comparatively pretty hard, because we live in a time, in a godless society, okay, where wickedness just grows rampant. So it's hard to really truly believe that, but we fight against the kingdom that we're in, the wickedness that we're in, to be more in tune with YAHAWAH. All right, so that's basically it. This is why this was a very beautiful thing, not a beautiful thing, but a near and dear thing to me, because I always try my best to have faith. And there are times when I feel like I'm not showing enough faith, and like there's doubt that comes in my mind and holds me back. So I understand, like, what, yeah, I see why X, Y, and Z happen. So obviously I can't do that. I can't do this or whatever. And it and when it gets to that point where, like, damn, I really wish I could do this, that, and third, X, Y, Z, whatever, and it hurts me to have that view. All right, but ultimately, at the end of the day, through the Spirit and power of Yahawashi, we try our best to grow in the faith and force ourselves to have better faith in Yahawashi. All right, like, these are the things that we need to try to push forward on ourselves. All right, so with that, praise system was edifying. I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto Yahawah, Yahawashi, Rakakwadah, double honor to the elders and apostles, the great millstone, Abba, and Shalom.